podcast, your home for the untold stories of sports, presented by Lojo Media. I'm your host, Lauren A. Jones, live in Los Angeles. You can follow the podcast on social media at The Lowdown Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So I'm going to get right into it, guys. It is All-Star Weekend. I'm super excited. A year ago, I was working my first NBA All-Star Weekend in New Orleans, and I was a production assistant at ESPN. I paid my own way out there, and it was such an amazing experience. But this year, I'm covering it as a media member, and I'm so proud. I'm covering it for the Los Angeles Sentinel. On Friday, I'll be at the Rising Stars Challenge. And then Saturday, you can catch me at the Baldwin Hills Crenshaw Plaza. I will be on a panel for the Drew League, moderating it among other Drew League alum. And it'll be at 2 p.m. at the Macy's Bridge. So please come support. Check it out. I'm really excited. It's one of the first panels I'm moderating. So I'm really excited for that and looking forward to it. And then Sunday, I will be covering the 67th NBA All-Star Game, which I'm also really looking forward to. So without further ado, I decided to bring along a special guest. And I am now joined by one of the most opinionated people I've ever met, probably, and a sworn Twitter enemy of mine, Tyler Dragon. He currently covers the NFL for Cox Media Group. He began his career at ESPN in 2011, and his work has since appeared on NFL Network, Bleacher Report, Fox Sports, among a host of other things. You're all the way here from ATL.
Yes,
welcome.
Flew here. A little bit of jet lag, but that's okay. It's All-Star Weekend.
Absolutely.
I had to be here. You got a little sentimental on me.
I'm like, yeah, it's been a couple years.
That's good. That's what's up. Congratulations. I'm glad you're covering it.
Thank you. So let's get right into it. Okay. Friday night, we have the Celebrity Game. Mm-hmm. And then the Rising Stars Challenge. It's going to be the Team USA versus Team World. And De'Aaron Fox was just announced to replace Lonzo Ball, sadly. But I'm really looking forward to seeing my Lakers young core, Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma. And then I'm also really looking forward to rookie Donovan Mitchell. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I'm pretty much excited about the main event. That's why I came for. But the Rising Stars Challenge, I like, the rookies. Donovan Mitchell, he's a pretty good rookie. I'm interested to see him play. And he's in the dunk contest as well. So I cannot wait to see that event because you have a lot of young blood in the dunk contest. The Rookie Challenge, it's Saturday night. Friday night. Right. There's not a lot of big names that people really don't go in to see. So to keep it honest with you, keep it 100, I'm not really looking forward to that game. Friday night, that's where I try to hang out some extracurricular activities.
Oh, okay. He's talking about the parties.
A little bit.
Look, I'm looking forward to it because I like to see the young talent, where the NBA is going, the future of the NBA. So I'm really looking forward to it. But I understand what you mean.
So besides the Lakers, who are you looking forward to on Friday night then? You said Lonzo Ball's not playing, so who are you looking forward to seeing?
Well, I think obviously Donovan Mitchell. I've seen him play against the Clippers, and I even tweeted about it. I was like, this guy is special. I believe he should be Rookie of the Year. I know that everybody talks about the Ben Simmons and Jason Tatum, and there's all these really talented young guys, but, the Utah Jazz were practically,
he kind of put them on the map again.
Yeah, he's made them relevant again. So I'm really interested to see how he does. And I love, watching young talent, especially since I think that this is one of the most talented classes that we've had in a while of the first to third year players. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. But I know, the main event is Saturday night. That's what everybody's looking forward to.
I guess, you're a newbie. This is your second All-Star, kind of going to and covering it. So I've been since 2011.
Oh, okay.
So when I go to these events, I'm like, okay, I don't really want to see the rookies. Well, I want to see you when you make prime time, the headline event on Saturday. When you get there, then you have my attention. Right now, it's all okay. It's good. It's fun and games. You get a golf clap, know, whatnot. But I am ready for the dunk contest. Last time it was here, the dunk contest was good because that's when Blake Griffin came out, jumped
With
over
the car.
the car.
Yep.
And I think it was like Serge Ibaka at the choir.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that? Like that was an outstanding dunk contest. So I am.
You're getting ahead of yourself now, okay?
I'm sorry.
We're going to go to the skills challenge first, okay?
Already on me.
It's Saturday night. I know. We have full disclosure. He's from across town. Way across town.
Way
No,
across
I'm just kidding.
the better school.
Oh, okay. Anyways, that's negotiable. But yeah, so we have the Taco Bell skills challenge, right?
Okay.
And shout out to LA native Spencer Dinwiddie. He is a Baldwin Hills product. I'm really excited to see him. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be cool. It's another cool event, right? It's like a warm up, the teaser.
I'm glad that Lou Williams is participating in the skills challenge.
Absolutely.
A lot of people believed he should have been in the All-Star game. He is having a great season for the Los Angeles Clippers, probably his best season as a pro.
Absolutely.
So I'm excited that he gets to participate in some sort of festivities, even though it's not, of course, the main thing. So I'm looking forward to him going out there because he's going to give 110% because he's mad. He has a chip on his shoulder that he's not going to be performing on Sunday night.
I completely agree with you, and I have him winning that event. So
okay,
yeah,
we agree on one.
We can agree on that. Okay. So we're gonna move on because I want to see if this winning and agreeing continues. So then you have
2 right now,
right? Then you have the 3-point contest, and you have defending champion Eric Gordon.
Okay,
yeah. So he's gonna be returning, but there's these other, really great players. Klay Thompson's coming back. There's some other guys that are coming back. So I'm really excited to see that. Who do you have winning the 3-point contest?
If Steph's not in it, then Klay.
Well, he beat Steph. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have Klay Thompson winning the 3-point contest because him and Steph Curry, those are the best 3-point shooters in the NBA.
Absolutely.
Anytime they are in a contest, if they're against each other, you got to pick one or the other. Since it's just Klay Thompson this year, I am most definitely picking Klay Thompson.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised to see Paul George.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Paul George is like a streaky shooter. He can shoot the 3 now.
Right.
He's from Fresno. Well, he's from LA, but he went to Fresno
I'm
State.
like, he's from LA now. Okay.
He can shoot the 3. He's a streaky shooter though.
Yeah, it's like hit or miss.
Yeah.
But Klay, it's like sure thing, and we are 2 for 2 on that because I actually picked Klay Thompson to win as well.
Nah, you're just looking at my notes. I don't even have notes.
I prepared graphics.
You text me asking who I was going to pick.
Okay, right. That's okay. Right. So then we're gonna move on to the dunk contest, the pièce de résistance. I mean, this is this is what everybody comes to see.
I think we're going to have the same pick, too. I might have to change my pick, but
shamelessly, I was at Air West, which is one of these exclusive open runs for basketball out in LA, and Steelers running back Le'Veon Bell, much to my surprise, was there getting in some cardio.
Okay.
And I caught up with him. You can check that interview out on youtube.com/Lojo Media. I said, shameless.
Plug it.
Shameless.
Plug it.
This is when you have your own show, you can do this, right? But so anyways, I caught up with him and I asked him, what are you most looking forward to about this weekend? He's like, I'm going to be at everything. So, but he said dunk contest. He had, who do you think he chose? We have Larry Nance Jr. You mentioned Donovan Mitchell a little bit earlier, and then we have Dennis.
Because Le'Veon Bell, who's he going to pick? I think Dennis Smith.
Oh. Are we 3 for 3 right now? I mean,
well, you asked me who Le'Veon Bell.
Okay. So yeah, so you said.
Who
are you picking?
Okay, I'm picking Dennis Smith too, but I think Le'Veon Bell is also siding with Dennis Smith. Definitely,
but he did bring up a good point, and I picked him too. Lojo's pick is Dennis Smith. I don't know what this is. I don't know. But literally, I mean, he mentioned that he's an in-game dunker, right? And so I think that is kind of. Will it translate to, putting on a show? Because you mentioned there's a lot of big shoes to, fill here. It's like the Blake Griffins of the world that jumped over cars, I mean.
Don't sleep on Larry Nance, though.
I agree.
A lot of people are sleeping on Larry Nance. And Dennis Mitchell's in it too, right? Is he in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean... The thing is, Larry Nance, I feel like a lot of people are kind of giving him a hard time. He wore the shirt with his dad, paying homage to his dad.
Dunk contest before.
Yeah, so, but I think that people are like, is he going to live up to? I've seen some incredible dunks from him though in game.
It's going to be out of them three.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So you're just casting out Victor Oladipo, like he doesn't even.
Nah. I think Victor Oladipo is a good in-game dunker. I don't think that's going to translate to the dunk competition. So I would probably have to say Dennis Smith, but Donovan Mitchell is going to be a close second. I would not be surprised if Donovan Mitchell won.
So he's a sleeper.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. So we're going to move on to Sunday, which is the 67th.
Why I'm here.
Right. Is NBA All-Star Game Team Steph, Team LeBron. I'm really excited to see. Okay, so Team Steph, we have DeMar DeRozan, James Harden, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid. And, I was just at an event with Damian Lillard. He was coming off of a win against the Warriors. He was hyped to be out here. It's going to be great. But then we have, on the other hand, Team LeBron, which has been decimated by injury. I mean, people going left and right. DeMarcus Cousins was also at the event that I was at, and, I was like, oh, so sad to see him go down. Such a talented player. But they still have, the Kevin Durant's, Anthony Davis. There's just some really powerful people on both sides. Now, there's this dynamic between Kyrie and LeBron. We saw them hug after the game. It's like, oh, sweet Mo Kumbaya. Yeah, Kumbaya. Okay. Uh-huh. It was not like the KD and Russ of last year where people were like, ooh, this is uncomfortable to watch. So, what do you think? Is there going to be a little complex between them? Is there going to be some lobs to LeBron? How's it going to work?
When you win so let me first of all preface it. When you win a championship, it's a little bit different. KD and Russ did not win an NBA championship.
Fair enough.
So LeBron, Kyrie, they won an NBA championship. So it's like, okay, it's a breakup, but you always going to love your ex.
Right.
Because you always have those fond memories.
Right.
So y'all still good, but, it's just time to move on. And so that's what Kyrie wanted to do. He wanted to move on, try to get his own team, and try to, build his legacy and without LeBron's, casting over him. Because LeBron, wherever he goes, he's going to be the alpha dog. He's going to be, he's a king.
Yes.
So, that's what it is. I think their quote unquote beef was all overplayed by the media and everything. I just think everybody exaggerated. Kyrie wanted his own team, and he did not know if LeBron was going to renew his contract with the Cavs. Because LeBron bought two houses down in L.A.
Right.
And he's left before. He might leave again. So Kyrie just wanted to control his own destiny. He wanted to see what it's like playing, has his own team. I don't think they have too much beef.
Okay, fair enough. So, on the other hand, we have Team Steph. It's going to be KD and Russ again.
Yes.
We saw them play nice last year. Do you think that dynamic is still in play? Or do you think it's just kind of settled?
It's going to be interesting because Russ and KD are going to be on the court a lot together with all those injuries on Team LeBron.
Yeah.
During the All-Star game, they'll be, hey, what's up?
Right.
Have that fake hug, fake dap. But
fake love.
When it's Warriors versus Thunder, Russell Westbrook was like, man.
It's on.
Yeah, it's on because you hopped on the bandwagon.
Right.
And went to the Warriors. Yeah. I agree. I'm on Team Russ on that.
Totally.
KD lost my respect. That was the worst move in NBA history.
Agreed.
To go to the Golden State Warriors, a team that's won a championship. They won 73 games the season before, and you just gonna hop on the bandwagon, hop on the gravy train, and drink the gravy too?
He did get the ring. That was what he wanted. He got it. But I completely agree with you. I feel like when players, that was his team. OKC was his team. And so for you to leave your team, it's like a CEO building a company and being like, well, it's time for me to go. You have all these players that are, kind of counting on you, and it put people in precarious situations. Yeah. The whole organization are in precarious. They rebuilt well. They rebuilt well, but it was, I don't know. But, okay, so there's a new format, too. So there's the no more East versus West. It's Team Steph and Team they have these captains. So do you think it's going to be more competitive with the new format?
I do think it's going to be more competitive because you got players from East and West on both sides. It's a hand-picked team by LeBron, hand-picked team by Steph. So I'm actually excited. You got probably the two best players in the NBA, and LeBron and KD on the same team. Then you got arguably a top 5 player in Russell Westbrook. And then everybody was talking about Steph. Did he pick that team with his eyes closed? Because LeBron just fleeced him in the draft. So I'm expecting Team LeBron to easily beat Team Steph if they play hard, of course. Team Steph, they have some shooting. They got James Harden, obviously Steph. You got Clay. But other than that, Team LeBron is loaded, even with the injuries. I got Team LeBron winning, and I like the form. It's like at the park, street ball. Pick everybody. Pick the best man first, worst man last. I like it. I like the format. They should have televised the draft, though.
Definitely they should lost have out on that opportunity.
The draft. That was must-see TV.
It was. Even, Steph and LeBron, Steph and LeBron were like, that was the most fun we've had. So I completely agree with that. But this is where we differ. I'm taking Team Steph.
Why?
Because, okay, look. Giannis, I feel like the dynamics between these guys. Antetokounmpo.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched a couple videos on that one. Antetokounmpo.
Okay.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay.
And then there's James Harden, there's DeMar. Like, I just think that the dynamics of that LA basketball core, it's in LA. There's an extra layer of they're going to win. I just
Russell Westbrook is from where?
Okay, fair enough.
Where?
Russell Westbrook's from LA.
Paul George is from where?
Fair enough. Okay, Paul George is from LA.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm just saying,
LA
though,
dynamic, but we probably got just as many
Artesia and
Kevin Love
Compton
was born in where?
Oh God, we're not talking about any Bruins. First of all,
why not? We the best basketball.
Oh gosh. How
many championships we got?
We're not. Anyways, we're gonna move on to. Okay, so that's a good segue actually. So who do you think is the best All-Star to come out of LA? Out of the guys that we just named, Klay Thompson, DeMar DeRozan, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook.
Wow, the best All-Star to come out of Los Angeles right now. I probably have to say Westbrook. And it's close between him and Harden, but the difference between those two is Russell Westbrook. Exactly.
Yes.
Plays defense. Harden has gotten a little bit better in defense,
this year,
but he was so bad before.
Yeah.
Like he only had one way to go and move up. So I would side with Russell Westbrook because he plays both ends of the court. What about you?
I completely agree with you. Russell Westbrook is one of my favorite players to watch. I think that
Where did he go to school again?
I think that he has that old school NBA mentality. I think he has the dog in him, the work ethic, and he's not one of those guys like Kevin Durant who would go to a team that just beat him in the playoffs. He has heart, he has integrity, and he really puts his team on his back. I mean, I think that he played unselfishly for a lot of those years when, he could have.
So basically what you're telling me is Russell Westbrook has the Bruin mentality.
Oh, my gosh.
Kevin Durant has the Trojan USC mentality. That's basically what you're telling me now, right?
If you're talking in terms of winners and losers, then yes, Kevin Durant is a champion. We're champions at USC.
You are? Really?
Yes,
Who has more national championships? UCLA or USC?
We're not going to talk about more national championships.
Isn't that what it's about?
What have you done for me lately?
Yes, and lately UCLA has more national championships than USC.
He's beating me up on this one. Look, USC has come a long way from our days of oblivion in basketball. I'm really proud of the program. Andy Enfield is doing a phenomenal job. And, hey, we're coming.
Phenomenal, a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah, because where we were when I was in school, where we would win like not that many games, where we wouldn't even have students show up to the games, and to see the UCLA and USC matchup be competitive again. I mean, I'm happy to see that.
It's competitive when we have bad games.
Come on now, your team isn't that good. Are y'all ranked right now?
We should be.
Are you guys ranked right now?
See, what happened was we had messed up over there in China.
That
kind of messed up the season.
Speaking of accountability and responsibility and all those things,
a little bit when we messed up a little bit. So
well, before you go, I definitely want you to chime in on my shot caller of the week.
Okay.
Every week, I kind of select a person or people in sports culture or just arts and entertainment that I think are doing big baller things.
Okay.
And this week, my shot callers are Kehinde Wiley and Amy Schild, the artists behind the portraits of the Obamas that were unveiled this past week. They are the first African-American artists to create Smithsonian commissioned portraits of a former president and first lady. I mean,
that's what...
It's amazing, right?
First, can I please ask, explain the Mount Rushmore.
Okay,
Can you explain that for me?
Quickly, the Mount Rushmore is all of the people that I think are game changers. I think in one way or another, and they call the shots. For better or worse, you might like them or not like them, and I like to put myself on par with these people. Those are who I'm aspiring to be. Oprah was my first, shot caller of the week, and then we went to Magic because he just sets the tone, and anything he touches, he's great at.
Okay.
And then, LeVar Ball, I know that's the one that people are like, what? Why?
Hey, I like LeVar.
But I love him because he shakes things up and he challenges the status quo, and he's he says outlandish things, but for better or worse he gets emotions out of people, and I mean he's making waves in a way that not a lot of people have. So I mean, in the same way, these two artists have kind of done that and captured that with this portrait. So what was your reaction when you saw them?
My reaction was they're powerful because I'm still honored and privileged, just like you and all the other African Americans and Africans around the world, just by knowing we had a black president in the United States. So every time I just see the Obamas, whether it's artwork or when I saw them in Washington, I'm just amazed. And so just knowing that I can go to a museum and little girls, little boys can go to a museum and see a portrait of a black president and a black first lady is an honor and a privilege. Words can't describe. But as far as the artwork, I think it could have been done a little bit better. But I do like them. Who am I to complain? Because I can't draw that good.
Right.
I can't paint that
What
good.
would you have done better? I mean, those are, to me, they're such powerful images.
They are powerful. If I was Barack Obama, I don't want to be sitting in a chair behind a whole bunch of shrubbery. And I know it's meaningful in the sense where you have Hawaiian flowers and whatnot. So I would rather, a different little background if I was President Obama.
I like it. Okay. I'm just going to go with that. I like it. But because this was such a big week, I had some honorable mentions for my shot callers, and we're going to kind of go with them now. Okay. So you might like this one. Danielle Harrington became the third black model to grace the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. And, this is a young lady who I saw her on a Good Morning America interview, and she was just so grateful for the opportunity. She met Tyra Banks, and they had a moment, and Tyra was one of the other three women to grace the cover of Sports Illustrated, the swimsuit edition. So what was your reaction to this? I know you saw it.
That I need to shoot my shot.
Awesome. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, she's obviously a gorgeous woman, and props to her for being on Sports Illustrated. If she's watching the show, DM me, and I'll DM you back my 10-digit phone number.
Bye. The other shot caller of the week is none other than Nipsey Hussle. Crenshaw District. He has one of the most anticipated albums of the year, I feel like. I mean, it's only February, but this guy is sold out show at the Hollywood Palladium tonight that I didn't get invited to, sadly. But anyways, hopefully we can get him on the show. I mean, just last time that I checked, the Marathon store, right?
Yeah.
I'm excited for that album.
He's a great artist. He's not Kendrick level. Nipsey Hussle
like Kendrick.
You know what?
Okay, we're not going to talk. That's another show.
It's
another show. It's another show.
That threw me off. Nipsey Hussle is a good LA artist. I like him. He's one of the best LA artists, but again, he's not Kendrick Lamar level.
Well, they have a song together, apparently. I'm being told by my production assistant that they have a song on this album together.
Oh, they do? I'm going to have to listen to it. I haven't listened to the album yet. I'm still on that Black Panther album.
Okay, well, I'm going to see Black Panther after this. I'm really excited. I didn't really get to do the full garb. I know people are going to become dressed.
You're wearing all black, though. So
I'm wearing all black. That was my take on it. I normally wear all black anyways. But anyways. Okay, so thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for joining us. This was awesome. I appreciate it. You talked a little bit too much about UCLA, but I don't know what I would have expected.
There's no such thing.
Okay. Well, now it is time for Lojo's Week in Sports. So the NBA trade deadline was last Thursday, and most notably, the Cleveland Cavaliers made a lot of changes. They essentially said, new team, who dis? So the Cavs general manager, Kobe Altman, said, you're getting traded, and you're getting traded. Oh, and you're getting traded. All of you are getting traded. And, 6 players, including Isaiah Thomas, Dwayne Wade, and Derrick Rose, are now in new uniforms with new teams. So, obviously, things weren't working. And LeBron James, King James, was like, the dysfunction is no longer. I can't deal with it. I'm not going to settle for this team. So, the Cavs are now younger and hungry with the signings of guys like Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance Jr., and Rodney Hood. J.R. Smith is back and playing well, and the Cavs have gone on to win 4 straight, including signature wins against the Celtics and the Thunder going into the All-Star break. It begs the question, I feel like this was the right move for them. So I'm really sad to see Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance Jr. go. I'm, going to miss them, man. But it's nice to see that they're having so much success. And Jordan Clarkson, you get into play with Kobe, LeBron. I mean, you've got a good end of the deal. You're going to have to buy a coat now. But, I feel like that's a pretty good trade for playing with the king. And on the converse, the Lakers now have Isaiah Thomas, who is kind of being treated like the NBA's stepchild. I'm not really sure why. He's one of the most talented players in the NBA, and yet he can't seem to find a place to call home. I don't know if the Lakers are going to keep him in the offseason, but I'm loving what the Lakers front office is doing. Shouts out to Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka for clearing that space we need to acquire LeBron James, Paul George, and potentially DeMarcus Cousins when he gets healthy. Now, I kicked off my All-Star Week on Monday night. I covered a private screening of the Man-Child documentary. It details the story of Shea Cotton. He was one of the greatest high school phenoms. He was called the LeBron James before LeBron James, and his dominance at an early age kind of peaked before he made it to the NBA. It was a story just about, how circumstance in life can just derail your dreams. But it was really interesting to me, and the kind of storytelling that I think needs to be highlighted more, that not everybody's going to make it to the NBA. So I did a one-on-one interview with him that you can see on the Sentinel's website, lasentinel.net. Check it out. And lastly, I have to tell you guys, it's time for #facts, the place where sports and Black history intersect in one hashtag. And this week, because of All-Star Weekend, I did #facts. In 1976, the Slam Dunk Contest debuted during halftime of the ABA All-Star Game for the first time. Julius Erving, affectionately known as Dr. J, was named the winner. And that's #facts. I'm excited to see who wins this week's dunk contest, this year's dunk contest. And excellence continues as congratulations go out to Miss Tina Thompson on making it to the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2018. I had to throw in some USC because I knew I was going to have a Bruin on here. I don't know about any of them that made the class, but anyways. And lastly, on a more serious note, my heart goes out to the families and loved ones of the victims in Parkland, Florida. Everyone in LA, be safe this weekend, and let's spread some more love. It's Valentine's Day this week, and let's continue that throughout the rest of this year, guys. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and a huge thank you to Tyler Dragon for joining me on the show. You can catch the Lowdown podcast every week, every Thursday from 7:30 to 8 p.m. And if you missed any parts of the show, catch it on youtube.com/Lojo Media. And that's your show. Stay tuned for next week. Thanks.